Hello and welcome to the Metro News on RayPower 100.5 FM. My name is Kedonojo Okoliko. The Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU has issued a 4-day ultimatum to the federal government to commence implementation of the newly approved salary structure for university lecturers. ASU President Chris Piuna gave the directive while addressing members at Saidu Zungur University in Bauchi State. He said the ultimatum takes effect from March 26th, warning that failure to comply would attract a strong response from the union. In January, ASU reached a renegotiated agreement with the federal government aimed at addressing recurring industrial actions in public universities. The deal includes a revised salary structure and is expected to resolve a 16-year impasse linked to the 2009 federal government ASU agreement on lecturers' welfare. Despite earlier optimism that implementation would proceed without disruption, concerns are mounting over delays nearly 3 months after the agreement was signed. Professor Piuna recently revealed that several federal universities have struggled to pay full salaries for January, with no confirmed payments for the month of February. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has rearrested one Emmanuel Akataka, alleged to be a member of the syndicate involved in fraud during the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME registration process. Speaking at a briefing in Abuja, the Registrar of JAMB, Ishak Oloyede, said the suspect had earlier been apprehended for his role in a network engaged in criminal conspiracy, impersonation, identity theft, and online fraud targeting UTME candidates. It disclosed that the suspect operated under a fictitious identity known as Official Frederick, using a WhatsApp platform to promote fraudulent services, including false promises of score inflation. According to the Professor Oluyede, no fewer than 94 candidates were deceived into paying for an illegal, non-existent service in a bid to boost their examination scores. The registrar added that the affected candidates have been granted a fair hearing with the opportunity to appear before a special committee set up by the board to determine their level of involvement or innocence. Justice Hamza Muazu of the Federal Capital Territory High Court has discharged a former Minister of Aviation Stella Odua of a 2.5 billion naira fraud charge. The court also discharged her former aide Gloria Odita after the prosecution formally withdrew the case following a plea bargain agreement reached by all the parties. However, two companies linked to the former minister, Sobora International Limited and Global Offshore and Marine Limited, remain as defendants in an amended charge. Counsel to the federal government, Rotimi Oyedekbo, told the court that the prosecution reviewed the case in line with the agreement and proceeded against the companies accused of benefiting from the alleged fraud. Delivering judgment, Justice Muazu convicted the two companies, ordered their winding up, and directed that 1.2 billion naira be paid as restitution, along with 780 million naira recovered be forfeited to the federal government. The Air Force and Airport Police Command has announced plans to honor fallen officers as part of activities marking the National Police Day 2026 themed Community Partnership Building Trust. In a statement on social media, the Public Relations Officer of the command, Mohammed Adeola, said the event will also serve as to strengthen public confidence and foster closer ties within the aviation community. According to the command, a lineup of activities will commence on 30th of March with a sanitation and environmental exercise, followed by a walkathon on 31st of March, and public sensitization campaigns are scheduled for April 1st, targeting drivers and key stakeholders within the airport environment. Families of fallen officers will be honored on 2nd of April with the presentation of checks in recognition of their sacrifices. The celebration will conclude on 7th April at Eagle Square, Abuja, with a grand finale featuring a ceremonial parade, tactical displays, and other activities showcasing police professionalism. The push for state police in Nigeria is gaining momentum, with the Inspector General of Police formally presenting a detailed framework to the National Assembly for consideration. Calls for the creation of state police have grown stronger as insecurity worsens. Advocates argue that decentralizing law enforcement could enhance intelligence collection and enable quicker response to local threats. We'll bring you this report subsequently as the news continues. But for now, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, the rest of the Metro News.
As the news drops, it breaks with us.
Sincere thanks for staying with us. And before we went on a short break, we told you that the push for state police in Nigeria is gaining momentum, with the Inspector General of Police formally presenting a detailed framework to the National Assembly for consideration. Calls for the creation of state police have grown stronger as insecurity worsens. Advocates argue that decentralizing law enforcement could enhance intelligence collection and enable quicker response to local threats. Now we bring you the report.
As the news drops, it breaks with us. Join us for news on the hour every hour.
Subsequently, in our subsequent bulletins. And now to the foreign side. At least 20 people have been confirmed dead following landslides triggered by heavy rainfall in southern Tanzania. Authorities say the incident occurred in the Mbeya region, where intense rainfall and strong wind destroyed several homes in the early hours of Wednesday. An administrator for Rungwe district, Jafar Haniu, confirmed the death toll, noting that one of the victims was a child aged about 1.5 years. Officials warned that the number of casualties could rise as heavy rains continue across parts of East Africa. Meteorological authorities have also forecast more rainfall in the coming days, prompting calls for residents in landslide-prone communities to evacuate to safer areas. And rapper turned politician Balendra Shah has been sworn in as Prime Minister of Nepal, with a mandate to restore political stability and boost job creation in the Himalayan nation. The 35-year-old leader becomes the youngest prime minister in decades and the first from the Madhesi community to hold the office in the country, which lies between India and China. Shah rose to power after his party secured a majority with 182 seats in the 275-member parliament in March general election. The vote followed months of unrest, including anti-corruption protests last September that left dozens of people dead. On the eve of his inauguration, Shah released a music video on social media highlighting themes of patriotism and optimism for Nepal's future as he assumes office.
As the news drops, it breaks with us. Join us for news on the hour every hour.
And now, a business update from RayPower 100 FM.
The federal government of Nigeria has unveiled a $1 billion reform of the nation's agricultural education system aimed at boosting food security, creating jobs, and stimulating economic growth. The announcement was made today via the presidency's official social media platform, signaling a strategic shift in how agriculture is taught across tertiary institutions.
This is entertainment news on RayPower 100.5 FM.
U.S. television presenter Savannah Guthrie has announced she will return to the Today Show, I beg your pardon, on April 6th, 2 months after the disappearance of her mother. Speaking in her first interview since the incident, Guthrie said she felt compelled to return, describing the program as family, although she admitted uncertainty about resuming her role. Authorities believe her mother, Nancy, may have been abducted, but no arrests have been made.
RayPower Sport.
3 weeks after the last-minute postponement of the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, the reasons for the delay remain unclear. The tournament, organized by the Confederation of African Football, was originally scheduled to begin on the 17th of March, but has now been rescheduled to run from July 25th to the 16th of August. A senior official in the Moroccan government, Riyad Mezzo, said the decision to postpone the competition was made by CAF, adding that the country is fully prepared to host the tournament at any time.
RayPower weather.
Residents in the north central region should tonight expect partly cloudy skies with lingering heat early on, followed by isolated thunderstorms over areas including Abuja, Niger, Kogi, and Plateau. Temperatures will gradually drop with brief rainfall and gusty winds possible in some locations. And to end the news, here is our last line. In the words of Clement Stone, a businessman and author, thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. That's it for the Metro News as produced by Idumaji Ikechukwu. I am Kedonojo Okoliko. You can listen to us online on Radio Garden, online Radio Box, and tuning.com. You can watch us online and subscribe to our YouTube channel at RayPower 100.5 FM Abuja. Good evening.